All right, it is July 8th. Going over some stocks. The market's still going. Huge moves today in the market. The Dow's down 290, NASDAQ 113, S&P minus 41. I think it was down much bigger than that. It was 3 something, maybe even 400. So what we had today, these stocks like Carve, UTME, COHN, I think they're black-owned businesses. That's the stocks they are. They pop before, as you look at Carve, they popped way back in June of last year. And look at this move today. This went all the way up. This is, let me see here. Oh, this was as high as, well, it had a reverse split. So, yeah, this has been up there before. But so the move today, I didn't see no news. I was looking around, didn't see any news at all on this. So, again, the simplest way trading to break it down, pre-market, if you have news or traders jumping on it, big thing is news. If you don't have news, it can get a little bit dicey. So you have to watch it. It's the main thing. So you're going to have either stocks are going to be short or they're going to break up. It's not that hard. Or, I mean, it's hard, but, and then you have a chop and like go channel wise. But people make it too complicated. Like, oh, I need a million indicators. They need all this, that. No, you don't need that. So this is the 5 minute. So as soon as this starts to break out, now you're looking probably maybe your top 5 stocks. You need to look at every stock. Pick one, maybe two. So this goes up to 16, comes back, and see this little line? That is my today's open line, yesterday's close. And what happens here? It comes down, tests it. It doesn't go through. That's a good sign. And it comes up to 14, right here at 16. Then it goes up to 20, another big move. And where does it come down to? Comes down right to this 18 line. Look at right here. Now, this low, this little candle, little cross, 1661. Now, the thing is, too, when you're doing lines like this, look at this. You can't use a line this tight. You'll never make it. It'll stop out. Look at the candles. If you make it this tight or this wide, yeah, it's a really big, wide line. You use a wide line. It's really wide, though. And right here, this is about a $2 line in this. So you go with, what makes sense for how you trade. But $2 line here, see this? And then it breaks above 20. See how to break above 16, 20, and then you don't know what's going to do this. It could just keep going, slowly out. This took off. But again, the most volatile time in the market, as soon as we hit 9:30, probably 11. And pre-market is the precursor. This goes all the way up 20, and then there's your first candle right here. And this was at 38. So this is on the 5 minute. This was kind of low. So see, you always wait. You wait to see if it touches the 13 or 20 EMA. Then this came down. Yeah, so this was a move of 15 to 38. This was incredible. Look at the daily chart. So you had that previous high. It looks like it was right at about 16. So as we look here, get it a 10 minute. That's why I don't even go to 1, 2 minute. You can go to 3 minute. Let's go to the 3 minute. Go right up here to 16, back down, then bounces up, and then really shoots up. 5 minute. Here's the 10 minute right here. Now the 10 minute I like a lot now because it's taking out all these candles. Inside this candle is 10 minutes. So you go up, cross chain, came back down there. We've seen it's starting to go up again. 16. And see right here, this is the key factor. This 1320 EMA. This is above this line. The pink's above the white. This is 13. This is 20 EMA. And then this goes all the way up. So you don't have a cross. Now see this? Look how this has been over. That's a definite crossover. And look where it is. This ran from here to here. That's why. So anytime you have a crossover like this, eventually it'll fade down. Yeah, after a big run. Could the run been here? Yes. See right here, could you took profit, up here, and then this goes down. Excuse me. And then we're up right here at 25. You're going to see profit from here. Yeah, you don't have to get at any top of the move, but you just want to look for a definite, bend. That's why you can get it to 15 minutes. See this? Look at the 13. So right here is about the final move. You can see this. Look at all the wicks go down. So you want a higher time frame, 10, 15, probably not to use the 30. So this was a big move. And again, your moves are going to be, this starts at the bottom. My three criteria for moves. This is going to be either low, too high, or it's going to go low, maybe come up, see this middle part that's my screen, then maybe fade back down. All right, on the low move, so you have a better chance of a low move to go high. Now, if the stock starts up in the middle here, you can do two things. If you go down, fade down, maybe bounces, or go up, and eventually, stop maybe up here. So it's a middle move, could be two ways. Now, if it starts up way high, you see that on a gap up, you can start here, and then we come down, bounce, and come down, bounce again. Then it might come up and make a big bounce, but that's it. But your best move for long is low to high. That is a significant move, and that's what you have here in carve. All right, here's one, GGPIW. This is a warrant. I don't mess with warrants. ARPO. See this. Look at this move. This big pole. This came up 2 candles very high. Look at this. And comes down. Now what do you do? Sideways, went back up. It's chopping now. Not a great range here, although you can trade it. NVFY. This did nothing. It started to explode up above 354 and got to about 650. If you can get, pretty much $1 in a move, you can make 500 to 1,000 a day. There's CRTV, 325, 450. A lot of chop in this one. I like this one too. UTME. This was at 850. Went all the way up there. 11, and then 1250. So, on this, there's no volume here pre-market. It's very tough. These start to explode up. It's like, you call it like a thunderstorm. This pops up in the summertime. You ever see them? You're in the south, northeast, wherever you're at. Just start to explode because the heat. This one just starts to explode. Momentum, other traders, 850. Here's your move down. Now, here's your 13 of your 20 EMA. Comes down, hammer candle. Does it test? I like it for the test now. Like a move like this doesn't scare me because I want it to test and see if it'll go through. If it does, then you sell. You profit. And not as great as up here, but then you come up and look at this right here, 1250. And it, came back and kept going. All right, so LMFA. Let's get the forward 450, halt, all the way up to 750. There's COHN, 25, all the way to 45. Look at this move. Look at this chart right here. Do I have this? Gotta put this in my low float pump. Spikes. You can see all the spikes in this. So again, this is no volume here, barely anything. See, that's 200,000. Then it starts to go up. There's all these stocks, momentum, all these CARV, UTME, funding, LMFA. Excuse me. Excuse me. Tired. COHN. They're all going out. They're all part of the same. Look, here's another one. BYFC. All right, so this goes up 20, 25, 30. It gets to 45 plus. That's a tremendous game. You even get in 25, you're making 500 to 1,000 easy on this. Incredible. All right, CLXD. This little bounce and run. ATHE. Too choppy. There's U1. See again, pre-market. Do you trade pre-market? That's the problem. It's tough to say to trade pre-market. I'd say if you're a novice, don't trade pre-market. And you have a move here, then you see this 7 a.m. start to move up, and you're really just playing within that range, like what it does. So if you get in here and move to here, take your profit. It comes all the way back and bounces again. That's a good move from 8 to 9.50. It's a $1.50 move. So it's almost like if you're playing pre-market, sometimes that's it. That's the move. Now, it could keep going right here, and what you did. But so on that, it's tougher to say. Pre-market, I'm just looking for a specific setup pre-market. If I like it a lot, it's It's very tough to say, but I'd rather trade regular market time. Here's GBS, big move up. These are like my top stocks right here. This is a TC2000 XT NT. Here's a DBGY. Now, this is a good pre-market. Now, here's an interesting move here. When you see a pattern, you see this. Look at this from yesterday. Just draw your line. Draw your line right here and look at this. Back and forth, back and forth. You know, keep it simple. What happens? Eventually, it breaks above this. Look at this wrap, 1320 EMA. So right at 550, 575, and takes off. So once you get over this, your stop's going to be right here. Your stop's going to be 525. I mean, if you're in 575, 550, however you're playing it. You'll need a few hundred shares here, and you have a nice move here. So if you get in, well, let's say you get in at 575, 800 shares. So that's 1,600 right there. So if you did 600 times 2, that's 1,200. You go down, you can see you don't need a lot to make money. So that was a nice move. NMTR 105. Look at this, right to 140. Here's another one, MOXC. Look at this bounce around. Crazy stock, went from like 4 to 28. So the traders run this. SGOC, big bounce, 425. Here's test. Look at this. Now you draw a line on this one. Yeah, did it get over? No. It's a fake out. You can see it's a fake out because it has to round. See this? At least it's rounding here. People get caught up. That was a fake move. Because your 20 is clearly over your 13. People got faked out. Seed. Here's BYFC. Very choppy. Look at space. This stock has been a monster too. Out of this falling wedge, 15.55. Yeah, it's holding this 2013 EMA pretty good. So right here, look at this 43.42. That's this drop right here. And if you're watching this pre-market, look at this 42 line. Breaks above, starts to take off right at the open. Big wick, takes off, keeps moving. Yeah, this move was like a $10 move. Now, for me, on these moves up, where would you trade it at? Well, of course, here, right about here would be the last time we'll get in. To me, this is low middle. When I start to get high up on my screen, yeah, it's very dangerous territory because you look where you run from. So for me, it's here, about here, and then here, and you start getting above it, it's high. It's a high move. So, yeah, you can scout that, but I'm just saying a longer term move. I like to hold trades for hours. I don't like to scalp really. Scan, OPHC, CTIB, RJC, RSLS. See that? There's UVXY. This is short, ultra, what is this? ProShares Ultra VIX short. It's a volatility index. Now look at this, ever since it went up here, it did reverse split. It's been coming down. So ever since the March drop last year, we're still in this very tight range. Keeps bouncing a little bit. When we have a big one, like where we go up here, who knows? See the volumes increasing. So this came up, this can come up again and do this. Yeah, until the market really falters or with a huge drop, you might be premature in this. All right, this is SIEB. Right here is this 350 line. So you can see in this too, look at this, these bounces up and down, bounces. Right here at 5. It's trying to come up. This could come up to 5, 6, maybe even 7 again. OXBR, look at these spikes, man. These stocks are wild spikes. And here is CSCW, back and forth here. So you want to draw out bigger lines. You can see this 150 line. There's 175 up to 225. There's your low, just below 50 cents. So let's take a look at this SPY. This is a giant, giant rising wedge, it's called. Rising wedge is bearish. So we move down, look at this. You know, came here, but this is your highest point, then your lowest point, then you connect your points. So I didn't even connect from the March, that's even lower, but you can see here, look how tight this is. According to this 100% retracement, see this 61.50, you know, there's such a big space here from the 61.8 retracement. This could come all the way down to 360. We have a major, if they want to take profit and drop this market, the powers that be, it wouldn't surprise me if we come back to that, you know, 340, that would be that March high. That's possible. I don't know. Of course, there's going to be another drop. Because look, dropped here. Like, where's this drop going to be? Another big one, or at least half this? Anything's possible. Eventually, we'll get a drop, a major pullback, correction. So 430 I just did minus 20% drop. We'll put it at 386 right here. So that'll be a pretty big one. All right, so that's a SPY, the NASDAQ. Here's the NASDAQ right here. You can see this. Look at this move up. Trying to connect these lines, but it's coming back down. Little drop here, not much. You can see it's very overbought. And the weekly still going up. There's the monthly. Rocket, man. Look at this. Jesus. As long as the Fed keeps pumping money. NASDAQ. What else we have here? SPY. Dow Jones. Here's the Dow Jones too. Look at this. 20,034. You see the move on this too. I could probably bring this up. Trying to connect these lines here. It's kind of weird disconnects. Put it right here. Nothing's perfect, but all right. So you can see the lines here. Look at this, back and forth, back and forth. Trying to test this 35,000. We're sort of going back and forth now, like a W move. So we'll see what this does. So yeah, if this drops too, look at this. This could fall back to like 29,000. Such a big move from 100% to 61.8% retracement level. There's the weekly and the monthly. See, we're at a 94. You can't get much higher. So all right, so that's it for that. Again, you know, trading. Let me look at some swing trades too. No, maybe I'll do that later. Do another video later. Oh, Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. I just saw CNBC. She's Bitcoin now. 32,000. I think they took the chart off here. They had a good chart on here. I don't know what happened to TC 2000. Yeah, but anyway, here's where we go. Back and forth, back and forth. There's the weekly. Sort of made that little bounce here. We're going to go below 30. See this in the monthly. We haven't crossed over. That's a straight line. If we go below 48, 48, 50 line, its middle line's either up or down. You cross this, you're going straight back in. So this 13 EMA has to hold this. We might put in like sort of a tail here and then bounce up from 20, 25. Look for that 20, 25,000 range. You see the weekly here. See, it's still going down. All right, so again, day trading, don't make it too complicated. There's so many ways to trade. You want to scalp, you want to hold longer, do you want to hold throughout the day? Yeah, what time frame are you using? Yeah, I like to use at least the 3 minute up. Probably, I'm doing a lot of 5, 10 minute now because taking out a lot of these candles, that'll stop you out all these candles. At least 2 minutes. You're like this, oh my God, you like every little move, you're gonna be like, here's the 10 minute here. So here's the move 12. You can see it again. Nice move up. So within this range, as soon as, pretty much 6 a.m., 7 a.m., between this 7 to 11, you're going to have a big move. And most of the time, it's going to be up if you're in at the right time when these stocks start to explode. So that's the key here. So, carve with a big move. Could have played this long. MDFY, ARPO. Go down the list. You just wait for your setup too. So this moved up 850, 1050, 1250. COHN. Look at this bottle right here, but right at this 20. You look at certain things on, this is my today's open. See how this right here, this line held? It's a very subtle line. You got to notice these things. Then it starts to move. Now in this, do you play the breakout, or do you play, like support? I like to play support. Once I see it here, it gives me a few extra dollars. Look at this. On the low here, 20, 2025, 2015. Now, where are you going to put in your price? 20, you might not hit. I always say on the higher price stocks, on the lower price stocks, I'll go 5 cents to 10 cents. On these, maybe above 10, you go 10 to 15 cents. Then this goes on rips. Now, on this too, put the line here, but the bulk of it's right here at 22. So you could have did, let's say, even if you do like 100 shares, 20, you could have got it right here too. You see that like 20 times 11. Yeah, it's 220 right there. All right, you get 20, then you go to like 25, 2,500. Wait, did I do this right? 20 times what I say? 10, let's say 10. No, it's 1,000. This was 1,000 right here, 20 to 30. So that's a big move. A space too, and this move in space. The weekly staying elevated. The monthly is crossing up. But again, pick maybe 3 stocks for today if you want to look at it. And here it is. This is carved. No news in this, but when you have momentum and all these stocks are moving, it's a little more, makes it feel better because, if they're all moving, they're not going to just dump. So they all did make a huge move. So you always want volume, you want news, you want, low float too. Not necessarily you need low float, but they'll move. And, traders are going to be on this. So again, every day there will be big moves. There's always moves, sometimes pre-market, sometimes pre-market to afternoon. That's how it is. So just keep looking at the patterns, check out my videos, and that's it. Peace.